Mario once again with MIA Microflight, and this is another wing quarter scale for the MIA Quicksilver style RC Ultralight. This is for a customer that requested in these particular colors. I took the liberty to uh, do some of sketches with some new patterns as far as the stripes, and what you're seeing here is the result of that uh, design. It came out very nice. I'm very happy with the way these colors came out, and these colors were selected by the customer. It wasn't my selection. What I did do was come up with these stripes here on an angle rather than go straight across as typically I typically do with the standard kits. This is a little bit more customized. This gentleman here is another great customer who's been buying my ultralights. This is I believe this is the fourth or fifth ultralight that he's bought from me in this particular size. He's bought some other ultralights, some other styles as well, but this one came out really nice. Uh, and I can't get over the combination of the orange, white, and blue. The way this is the way he wanted. He wanted the white stabilizer with blue elevators. These are actually the aileron sleeves. This is all going to be installed with the aluminum uh, framework, which I typically do after I complete these sewn sub assemblies, uh, and, um, and so it's just came out really, really, really nice. I mean, I like I said, I can't get over how well this is. It's just the visual impact of these particular colors have on the eye as you're viewing this. Not only as just individual parts, as flat parts as you see them here, but more so when this aircraft is going to be fully assembled. Hopefully, this customer will be able to send me some photographs of and maybe a flight video. I don't typically request that from customers. I leave it up to the customer to do that if on their own. If they want to send me videos, they can. Some customers do send me videos and photographs of their once they have the kit assembled and do a flight video. But I don't typically request that. In this video, I am just suggesting that if he do that, I would like to be able to take a look at that and see how this model actually is going to look finally in the full assembled form, because I don't have a copy of this for my own. I don't want to do that. This is his particular um, custom wing and color scheme that he selected. So I like to leave that up to just leave that alone for the customer. Um, in some other kits, I do have I do make duplicates just for because other people like the same thing, and so I duplicate the same color schemes as you can see them. The ones that are more duplicated are the ones that are at my website, and those are the colors you select. So they're many customers select the same color scheme, so that it goes to the same that same color scheme goes to various customers. But in this particular case, it's a very customized aircraft. For this particular customer. The all the 3D printed parts that I make for these kits are also done in to match the color scheme of the aircraft. In this particular case, the customer wanted orange, all orange parts, so those are also done in orange. I think I showed it in some other video. This project is taking a little bit longer time because this customer was not in a hurry, um, and he and I have been in contact via email, so that I can keep him updated as to where I'm at with these kits. I told him this last week that I would be finished with this by Friday, but it's taking a little bit longer because, as I say in many of my videos, sometimes I run into little snags here and there, or just the aura around me. It's not totally there, and I rather not work on that at that instance when my juices are not totally flowing and consistent, so that I can finish these things properly. So that's just something about me that it's been with me. It's just my character. I don't. I'm an artist from that perspective, and I don't like to work on an artistic work of art. When I'm not totally 100% involved in the mentally, psychologically, physically. Spiritual, emotionally, sometimes, in that particular project. So it's taking a little bit longer, and I have kind of relied on this customer um, uh, response that he was in a hurry for this. He just wanted an update on where this was, and so this is an update to let him know that I have finished these parts, and the next thing is going to be just completing the tubes and. And sending him the full complete assembly as I typically do with all the RC Ultralights that I've been producing for the past 25 plus some years. So this is a very nice kit. Let me pause this for a second. Let me just go get the CAD design. So this is the CAD design that I sent to the customer for an approval. Once I got done designing this and he okayed it, he with the color stripes and the color, like I said, he selected that. But as far as the color stripes and just the scheme, the way I worked this out with also with the vertical stabilizer, he okayed that, and so I went forward and started working on this. The other reason I did this is just to give him an idea of what kind of colors he can expect, because an electric blue or a neon blue or a neon orange versus just a regular orange or regular blue is different. And sometimes the cameras or the on the computer, you can't really catch the true color um, hues, the actual product or the actual fabric. But this is a really nice blue. It's an electric. This is what I would call a neon, almost like a neon electric blue. It's not your typical blue or sky blue or royal blue or just a regular blue. And this orange too is very bright. So it's like a neon color. So it's very true to the artwork here. Um, and that was another reason why this took a little bit longer, because I had to go and find this material. This material sometimes is not, it's a little more customized when you start getting into the electric blues, the neon blues. It's a little more of a customized colors. In these hues, the typical hues are just the basic colors that are out there in companies that sell this type of fabric. They sell, but I was finally able to buy this material. I actually bought three types of blues, and I ended up selecting this one because this one is the one that matched the CAD model that the customer okayed. So I wanted to be true in that respect, to the original model, so that he is happy with it, as I would, if I okay something that I have a look on a visual, and I would want something very close to that. Sometimes you can't get it exact, but very close to that is okay with me. And I'm glad that my customers are very flexible in that respect, and that they trust in my selection of materials. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time, so I think you can trust me if I tell you that I'm going to match the colors that you want, if that's in a customized order. So this is his order as far as the wings are concerned. Um, and like I said, I'll be completing this and sending him the kit once I complete with that. So it's going to take a couple more days to do that. Um, uh, yeah, so Mario, once again with my microflight, I wanted to capture this as I typically do with all the projects that I work on, especially for my customers on a video. I have not had too many orders lately, which is good, because it has also allowed me the time to fully concentrate on one project. Just to complete it. But I also work on some other projects, so I divide my time amongst those other projects, and that's what takes sometimes a good portion of my time. But as far as these kits, I typically request a four-week lead time. Sometimes it takes longer, sometimes it takes shorter, and it just depends on how eager the customer is to receive these things, and how flexible he is in letting me work when all my juices are flowing. You can see the result of this. It's a very nice sewn parts here, and I do take my time. I do have quite a bit of pride in how I make these things, because I do put a sincere and honest effort into these things. Yeah, it takes a little bit longer, but what you end up with is a great looking product that will probably outlast any other similar size model. This is a quarter scale model. The wingspan is 8 feet here. This is a single wing panel, which means it's one piece fabric here, complete. It's not an individual panels like on the bigger ones. On the half scale that I did recently for another customer, I ended up doing that in two panels, just because of the nature of the wing dimensions. It's a huge wing, so I had to break that down into two separate panels. In my earlier Quicksilver style RC Ultralights, I did use two independent panels, but as the years went by and I revamped those designs, I ended up also going with single panels on those wings. And you can see, some of the aircraft here that I have as my point of reference. Those are all single panel wings. That's also a single panel wing right there. It just looks a lot cleaner, a lot nicer. That's another Quicksilver. That's a 5th scale ultralight. This one right here is a quarter scale. This is my personal quarter scale one that's just sitting here. It's quite a big model. This is also, actually no, I'm mistaken. This one I did it in two panels. Because this was my personal one and I had to join this. So in order to avoid this joint here, that I was never happy with this joint here, even though it looks kind of cool, I decided just to do the wing as a single panel wing. So once again, just another update. This came out very nice. I can't get over these colors. I really like these colors. I may end up doing something with these colors, in the future for another aircraft that I've been working on, also on and off. It's not a Quicksilver, but it's another ultralight of my own design. Mario once again with MIA Microflight. Stay tuned for more. Thank you for watching.